It finally happened. After 3 years of waiting, boxing legend Mike Tyson and fellow YouTuber Jake Paul faced off in a boxing match. But we believe the fight was scripted and we are not alone.
Thieves are getting smarter and smarter. Just last week, the DCI apprehended a group of 8 men for stealing 450 million Kenya shillings from Safaricom.
People's Magazine revealed who the most attractive man of 2024 is, and netizens do not agree.
Snow in the deserts of Saudi Arabia, the KCSE leakage guru arrested, celebrity breakups, and much more in this week's episode of
Mike Tyson vs Jake Paul, the problem child versus the baddest man on the planet. This was one of the most hyped boxing matches of the 21st century. And rightfully so, because 58-year-old Mike Tyson was set to come out of a 19-year retirement to face the 27-year-old YouTuber Jake Paul.
But why has this fight left people thinking that these two have pulled off the biggest heist in boxing history? The match was marketed as a professional boxing bout, meaning it wasn't staged at all, and the fight and outcome would be real. Right away, this raised flags for the fans of the sport because the only two outcomes of a truly unscripted match would be 27-year-old knocks out frail senior citizen or 58-year-old grandpa beats up upcoming star boxer.
Either way, neither headline would look good for any of the parties involved. This led critics, fans, and fellow boxers to believe that the outcome of the match was already predetermined, with some even posting and retweeting pictures of the script that the match was allegedly supposed to follow.
Now obviously, the script was a fake leak. Jake didn't win by knockout, but we can't ignore the uncanny resemblance that certain parts of the script had to the actual fight. The opening bell rings and Tyson, showing flashes of his old form, immediately stalks forward with his signature bob and weave style. Paul maintains distance, circling the ring cautiously. Tyson lands a few jabs, but Paul's youth shows in his superior mobility. Paul connects with a quick 1-2 combination before retreating. Tyson's timing appears slightly off. His punches are fractions slower than in his prime.
That's crazy. Even though there were no confirmed reports of a predetermined outcome, the boxing match had unique regulations that kind of control the fight itself. For starters, the boxers wore heavier 14-ounce gloves rather than the standard 10-ounce gloves to slow down hands and cushion impacts. The fight also took place across 8 2-minute rounds rather than the usual 12 3-minute rounds, probably to reduce chances of actual chaos erupting from the match. The restrictions on betting for the Mike Tyson vs Jake Paul fight led to skepticism about the legitimacy of the event. Several states, like New York and Colorado, reportedly treated the match as an exhibition rather than a serious professional bout. This means betting regulators saw it as more of an entertainment event with a predetermined outcome rather than a traditional competitive fight. Then there were clips like this.
I brought this deal to this old ass motherfucker. We signed the contract with Netflix and I brought him the deal. So, you're welcome, my son. I'm gonna discipline you like a son.
Which led people to say, so fake. If it was real, Mike would have launched at him like a savage. But when Mike Tyson slapped Jake Paul on the stage that day, fans started to believe that they will be getting back Iron Mike Tyson for the fight, not a paid out version that was only in it for the money. Remember, this was Mike Tyson, the man, the myth, the legend. When he started out, Mike Tyson's unbeaten streak lasted for nearly 5 years. During that period, he won 37 consecutive fights. 12 of those victories were actually by knockout in the first round, and would sometimes knock out opponents without even really touching them.
So, many couldn't imagine that the unpredictable Tyson would agree to a paid match, especially after Jake said this.
Mike Tyson, I thought that was a cute slap, buddy, but tomorrow you're getting knocked the fuck out. I'm fucking him up, Ariel! I'm fucking him up! He hits like a bitch! It's personal now! It's personal now! He must die!
On the day of the match, majority were Team Tyson. He was going to put Jake in his place. He was going to teach him a lesson and remind him the legend he was. It's over for Jake Paul. Mike Tyson is winning today by murder. Any other outcome is clearly scripted. There was no way Mike Tyson wouldn't win, right? Right?
Right there, and knocked Mike off balance 2 times. And Mike was highly off balance right there. I don't like how his legs land on a jab hook right hand, followed by hook. The last hook was cool.
79 to 73, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Jake L.
Massive upset for the fans of the sport everywhere. That slap was the best moment of the whole thing. It's embarrassing that people think this is a real fight. Never thought Tyson would sell his honor. He did so much work to his soul and sold it all. When you look at the fight from a financial perspective, you start to see why fans believe that this match was scripted. Do you know how much some of the tickets are going for? Regular tickets for the event were priced at around $50 to $100, but some of the VIP packages started at around $5,000 and went up to, believe it or not, $2 million. The event was a money grab. There is no other way to look at it. For a 16-minute fight, Mike Tyson reportedly walked away with an eye-watering $20 million, and Jake $40 million and the most fame he's ever had in his life.
So, both of them technically won, and unfortunately, the true losers of this match were the fans who watched it live. Tyson got the money, Jake got the win, Netflix got the viewers, and you, my friend, got a lesson for life.
Fuliza. We have all heard about it or even subscribed to it. However, what we didn't know is that Fuliza, despite being a lone platform, could actually make one a multi-millionaire overnight. And these young men decided to show us just how it's done. With about 123,000 Safaricom and Airtel lines registered under fraudulently generated ID cards, the young men would opt into the Fuliza and even repay to grow the loan limits.
After they had milked enough from a line, they would then proceed to throw away the SIM card and transfer the money into a new set of lines. But this was not all. The stolen money would then be withdrawn from M-Pesa agents or paid to random pay bill numbers with the disguise of M-Pesa floats, which would then be deposited into various personal bank accounts. Netizens expressed different views on social media, with some praising them. Smart men, my country Kenya. Thanks for sharing this business idea. Others thought the story was made up and made no sense. No offense, but those guys don't look like people who have touched 500 million, leave alone 1 million. While others raised questions as to how the theft was carried out so smoothly.
The young men had managed to buy 2 brand new Subarus, a Toyota Mark X, a Toyota Probox, and 2 motorbikes to aid in logistics. Logistics. Was this some inside job at Safaricom? Where did they get all the IDs from? This still remains a mystery, as the 8 were arraigned in court last week. Let us know what you think about this story in the comments below.
Do you have chemistry paper 2? This is most probably the highest inquiry Collins Kipchumba received from buyers of the leaked 2024 KCSE examination papers. Kipchumba would request a minimum of 750 Kenyan shillings, which was to be paid upfront before sending images of the paper to the buyer.
People took to Twitter to question how he had obtained the papers he was circulating, citing that there was someone more powerful behind this. Where is this young man getting exam papers meant for next week? You have gotten the dog, now look for the owners of the dog. It is not fair to say this young boy is the main culprit. Kwani hizo leaks, how did they get to him kama si rogue neck officials?
He was arrested last week in Nakuru by the DCI, who described him as the leakage guru, and is soon to face charges in court.
If you have been following our daily community posts here on YouTube, then you are already familiar with this next story. John Krasinski was voted 2024's most attractive man alive by the People's Magazine. John is known for his role in movies like Jack Ryan and The Office, a popular comedy series. He reacted by claiming that he had thought of the award as a prank at first, adding that his wife was even more happier.
And she was very excited. There was a lot of joy involved. But I do think it's going to make me do more household chores, but I'm willing to take the cons with the pros, to be honest with you.
Unfortunately, many are criticizing the criteria that was used to choose him. But do you think he's the most attractive man? Let us know in the comments below.
Diamond, the viral hitmaker, is widely known for his great music and dramatic relationships. He has been in countless relationships and even has 4 known children, with some claiming he has more. His most recent relationship, however, has come to an end.
Zuchu recently took to Instagram, where she announced a breakup from Diamond, whom she had been dating for 3 years now. She claimed that the breakup was a mutual agreement and that their fans should not be surprised when they drop music together in future.
For the first time in history, Saudi Arabia experienced its first snowfall.
Except it didn't.
If you didn't know by now, most of Saudi Arabia is a desert. So when the locals woke up to snow, you can tell they were confused.
This happened in Saudi Arabia's Al Jouf region, a region that was once just a desert landscape, with barren mountains now turned to an icy landscape following heavy rain and hailstorms. But that's all it was. Hail, not snow. This is snow, and this is hail. there is a difference.
As the photos were posted online, many were in awe because of the rare occurrence. But it wasn't long before people realized this was a serious climate change issue.
It's what we call climate change. Global weather condition is changing. Extreme heat during summer and extreme cold during winter. We need to plant more trees as our population is increasing to balance favorable weather conditions. By the way, a few years ago, there were heavy hailstorms in Kenya and the majority of people were saying it was snow. It was hail.
That's it for this week's video. Be sure to subscribe and we'll see you next week.
Peace.